Are you still looking for the perfect summer read? Look no further. Hopefully I got one for you. Let's go. Hey y'all, it's Vanda. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I make bookish videos, and today we are going to talk about summer book recs. I know we're already in the middle of summer, but here in the South, it goes on forever, it feels like. Humidity high, heat high, but hopefully you can find something to read here for the rest of summer, no matter where you are. But I want to do a quick video. I have several book recommendations for this, but I only have limited amount of time today, so we're just gonna do some quick tidbits on these books, okay? As quickly as possible. I have got notes where I wrote down on these post-its my quick tidbits, so forgive me for looking, but it's really early in the morning, everybody's asleep, I'm in here, different setup, but we here. At least I'm gonna get this video out, right? So, first one on my list is A Novel Proposal by Denise Hunter. Honey, we got the duplex on the beach. We got the guy next door. We got the author writing westerns. Her publisher wants her to write romance. She ain't never been in love. Her and this guy, Sam, they work together to find the mystery surrounding this lost engagement ring. And that's all we need to know. It's the cutest read. It's clean. There is no really faith content in this, but it is so cute. I give it 4 stars. Love it. Perfect beach read. I mean, just look at the cover. It's a perfect beach read, right? Love it. Then we have a secular read, and that is Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch. And I read this year. I've loved it. I give it 4 stars. There are some things in here I didn't really care for. You know, it's a little bit more on the YA side, but I still really enjoyed it. It really transports you to Italy. We have this girl, Lena. She spent the summer in Tuscany, and you know, we have all these lovely descriptions of Italy, and it's just beautiful. But what really stands out in this is that she is going to Italy after her mother passes away. She sees her journal. She is kind of taking this journey along with her mom's previous life from all the notes that she had in this journal from her mom. And she has all these questions, and we're always like, girl, ask your daddy, but she didn't ask her daddy. So she's there with her father. You know, throughout the story, like I said, you are kind of wanting her to like, hey, just ask your dad. But it's a really great story, and she meets this guy, Lorenzo, and he just shows her around Italy, and they are investigating her mom's secrets, we'll say, in the journal, and it's just a good time. So yeah, I really need to read book 2 and 3 because they're good. And it's a clean read. There's no, I don't remember if there was any language. There might have been 1 or 2 pieces in here, but it wasn't anything that I can remember right off. So yeah, I did really enjoy this. I've already read this with some friends. We all kind of felt the same. It was a good read. Then we have Authentically, Izzy, Pepper Basham. Do I need to say anything else? I've talked enough about this year, but hey, here we are again. It's a perfect summer read. It's written in emails and text messages primarily. I highly recommend the audiobook. That's how I read it. It was the best cast of characters, different narrators. Izzy, she lives in near the Blue Ridge Mountains, and she meets this guy online, Brody the Hobbit, we'll say, and he lives in the Scomarian Islands. It's a made-up area, but it really reminds you of Scotland, and the narrator is like a Scottish accent. I don't know if it's Scottish or Irish, but it kind of sounds like that either way. But her cousin makes her a dating profile that she didn't really want, but she ends up meeting Brody, and the rest is history, okay? Wonderful cast of characters, great bookish references, such a fun audiobook. Highly recommend. Then we have The Best Summer of Our Lives by Rachel Hauck. I recently read this, loved it. I gave it 4 stars. 4 friends, summer of 77, okay? They're spring, summer, autumn, and snow. That's their names. And it's a dual timeline, primarily set in 77, but also some in the 90s to show their later lives of like, you know, they're not really friends many years later, and you're like, why are they not friends? What happened during that summer? This summer is a tough summer that they have at this summer camp. They are counselors there. All these different things are going on. There's secrets. There's drama. There's a very light faith element at the end, but I still really enjoyed the faith element that was there. I think it's a really good one for those that might be getting introduced to Christian fiction. I feel like the faith element was uniquely done. I feel like stories about families and friends, this is for you. Then we can't go on without Becky Wade, okay? Summer, Becky Wade, they go together. But if you've not read Becky Wade, Stay With Me is the best place to start, in my opinion. I haven't read all of her books, but I have read the Misty River series and Memory Lane and My Stubborn Heart. They're all great, but this one's my favorite. I read it twice, 5 stars. We have this Bible study author named Jen, an Australian man named Sam. Jen, she's struggling with her pill addiction. To keep it all quiet, when she ends up waking up in Sam's guest house, she'd stopped on the side of the road. She ended up falling asleep in his guest house after taking several pills, and she didn't remember what had happened. and, you know, Sam finds her there and he starts to help her to get clean, you know, and there's just this really great faith element. It's real, it's raw, and it's just a beautiful romance, and I highly recommend. Love it. Of course, if you're the Western girl, honey, I'm in my Western era, okay? Forced in Love, all I got to say is we got a Western, it's Christian, there's romance, there's a strong female lead, swoon-worthy hero, it's wonderful. This girl, Mariah, she is traveling with her dad and her brother in the stagecoach, and they get attacked by the Deadeye gang. Her dad, her brother pass away. They think she is dead, so they leave her, but she ain't dead. She can't remember anything, so she's going on about her life, but the Deadeye gang, they still have to get her. But we have this budding romance between her and, what was his name? Clint Roberts. Yeah, he's this overprotective guy, but we love that because he truly wants to help her and keep her safe, and I love that. She's a strong female lead. She's a blacksmith, so hey, awesome. I just really love this. The audiobook is great, so highly recommend this series. I gave it 5 stars. Just moving right along, y'all. So now we got In Search of Our Prince, Toni, Shiloh. Really, the duology here together is great. Book 2 had the best faith element, salvation story, but this one has the greatest summer vibes for me, and you really want to start here anyway, right? So this has princess vibes, great faith. Must read the duology though, like I said. Brielle, she's a princess of, I'm gonna butcher this name, but Oloroy Ilay. I guess it's an island name, but an island near Africa, and her grandfather, he is gonna die soon, and she didn't know she was a princess. And so when she finds out, she's upset with her mom, you know, but for not telling her and all this stuff, didn't know her father, all that. She ends up going over there to the island, meets her grandfather, and, you know, builds that relationship, but she has to find her a prince. It's the greatest story. Faith element is great. Her friend Iris is awesome. That's who book 2 follows, is her friend Iris. Just a great time. Cannot recommend Toni Shiloh enough. She is awesome. We've got All That Really Matters, Nicole Deese. Again, duology is here. It's great. We have a slow burn romance in this between, what's her name, Molly and Silas. Molly is a beauty influencer, and she just starts to realize all that really matters in life. And I think this will be great for young adults, and it's a great faith element, completely clean, sweet romance, and it just shows like the importance of volunteering, because she volunteers for a place that has aged out foster kids, and she just starts to really have the connections and the bonds with them, and she starts using her influencing for good, and it's just wonderful, and you really see just the transformation of this character. So great faith, sweet romance, highly recommend. Then we've got book 2 in the Prince Edward Island Shores series by Liz Johnson, The Last Way Home. Now, y'all know Beyond the Tides was not my favorite. I gave it 3.5 stars. I did enjoy the story. There were some things I just didn't love, but this one, I really enjoyed this one. It's something I haven't talked about in a while. Read it last year. Book 3 comes out this year, I think in August. I gave this one 4 stars last year. We just have these really shattered and broken characters that come together, and there's a really great faith element in here. And one of the quotes is, we both have shattered edges, but God isn't afraid of our brokenness. Amen. And so we have this guy, Eli. It's like the prodigal son story. He's been gone for like 11 years. He comes back home. He's trying to, you know, fix everything. And he's a professional hockey player, so if you love that, hey. And then we have Violet, and she's got all these different secrets and stuff. Things start getting revealed. And for the first little bit of this, the romance, you know, is a little bit more of like that physical attraction, kind of like book 1. But I like this better because we start seeing their transformation of, you know, just the things in their life that was broken, and how the Lord worked in their lives, and how they really connected together. And I love that. So yeah, you do probably need to read book 1 before you read this. Really like a good family element. This is in here too because Mama Potts is awesome. Be a good beach read as well. I mean, look at this. We love to see it. And finally, for those looking for a good cozy mystery this summer, we've got Living Like Chai by Bree Baker. This is going to be on my top list of the cozy mystery recommendation video I've got to do. Still haven't filmed that, but hey, I got all the books sitting out. But this is the one that's high up on my list. Highly recommend this. It's got fun Southern charm. It's cafe on the beach here. All the vibes there. Obviously, you can tell from the cover. It's set on the Outer Banks of North Carolina. The tea shop is sun, sand, and tea, I want to say. Yeah. And so this councilman, he ends up dead as usual. There's something off page, very off page. So this is very clean to me. From what I remember, there was no language. So it's just a very true cozy mystery fashion book. You know, our main girl here, what's her name? Everly. She is the main suspect of this murder because this man, he ends up dead, the councilman, and they think that he was poisoned by her tea, and like she has to clear her name, all that stuff. There's a little bit of a romance in here. It's one of my favorites. I need to read book 2, but it's really great on audio. Most cozy mysteries are really great on audio. So yeah, I highly recommend this one too. So that's my list. That's my stack. I really need to take post-it notes. More serious. I need to do more post-it notes, y'all. How do I do that in 10 minutes? Anyway, I hope you found a book that you would like to pick up this summer. I know I've talked a lot about these already in the past, but I just want to compile a list of some summer book recs and hope you found something that would be new to you. Let me know if you've read any of these books, which ones sound interesting. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, y'all.